Is it time for me to leave Phuket and move to another town or place in Thailand? I've been living in Phuket almost for 4 years now, and I'm considering making a move. Why? I feel like Phuket has become what I call Charundia, China, Russian, India. It's lost its local Thailand culture. It's just a big tourist Mecca now, like you'd probably have in Rome, Venice, Barcelona, or any other popular tourist destination. I don't really feel like I'm experiencing Thai culture anymore in Phuket, like it was back during the pandemic when it was really like heaven to live. So I'm considering coming to a smaller place like Surat Thani, what I call like a tier 3 destination for expats in Thailand, meaning tier common places for expats in Thailand. I'm going to show up on the screen right now what a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or tier 4 place is to live as an expat in Thailand. But I like Surat Thani. I like it a lot. It's a cool old town similar to Phuket, the Sino-Portuguese history, where you look at the architecture around here, you have a lot of influence from China. So even like these shops behind me here, what happened is we're right next to the waterway. And the waterway is where the trade used to happen before you could go to Bangkok by land. The Chinese would come through the water here. They'd come down into Surat Thani, they would settle, they would open shops like herbal medicine or rice. When they made enough money, then they'd move over and open a gold shop. And that's what you have here. There's a lot of history, a lot of local Surat Thani history is influenced by China. I'm going to explore. This town is a place to live as an expat, take you through, talk to a few expats, have some coffee, have some food, and see if it's a place I would choose to leave Phuket and come here and live as an expat. You know, when I start my day in a new city or traveling, or if I select a place to go visit, something that's critical for me, I'm about ready to list certain items that I look for. Now, granted, most of my list, if you just stay home, you accomplish most of these, but a lot of times I like to get out and explore a little bit, and it's important that the ease of the day is almost perfect. And for that, Surat Thani checks most of the boxes, including things that I look for, like really good coffee places. This place is called Square. And environmental factors are important for me. So those are things like, even like noise. So a place like India would never work for me because of all the beep, beep, beep. Or even Da Nang, Vietnam wouldn't work for me because I don't like all that noise. Weather is important. The air quality also. So Chiang Mai would never work for me because of the smoky season where it becomes the worst air quality in the world. Safety. Safety might seem like not a big deal, but in Thailand or most of Asia, it's just so easy to go about your day and never worry about anything happening, anything getting stolen. You can leave your key in the motorbike or the scooter, never have to worry about it. But places like Medellin, Colombia would never work for me because you always feel like you're being preyed upon. And that might be the case in a lot of Latin America. You don't have that issue in Asia. You definitely don't have it in Surat Thani. Convenience matters a lot to me. Less time driving, less time commuting. Surat Thani checks those boxes. I'm impressed with the start of my day in this town. Puts me in a good flow. It checks all my boxes. So I'm gonna finish a little bit of my work here, do my journaling, have a little more coffee, and then keep exploring the town of Surat Thani. Okay, checking out places to live in Surat Thani. This is a house. Not really something I'd be looking for, exactly a house. Is a single person, maybe as a family. It's 4-bedroom. It's 1,000 square feet. And the cost, $500 a month. So 1,000 square feet, $500 a month. It's 4-bedroom. And it's kind of like in a subdivision, gated. Gives you an idea of just how affordable it is to live in Surat Thani and find houses. But I'm going to keep looking at places and try to get an estimate of what it costs to rent in Surat Thani. So we're checking out some condos in Surat Thani. This is a 2-bedroom condo. It's 14,000 baht per month. So it's only like just over $300. And let's check it out. There's a pool right outside, but here's the master bedroom. Something to note though, right across the street, they're building a brand new building. And if you check out that brand new building, it's right next to the mall. And to put it in perspective, that building has a 2-bedroom that's going to be for rent for 20,000 baht, or about $500. And it also has a rooftop pool. And you can buy a 2-bedroom over there for about $100,000. So that might be more attractive. This one's less expensive. This condo has a pool, but it doesn't have a rooftop pool. And look how affordable it is to live here. And when I was on my way in, I talked to another American guy. He's a school teacher. He's living in this building, a 1-bedroom. So as a matter of fact, right now, I'm gonna flash over to that interview. His name's Jesse, and I think he was from Indiana. We're gonna have a quick chat with him. This is Jesse from Indiana. So we're looking at these condos here. There's 7,000 baht for a 1-bedroom, right?
Yeah, 1-bedroom. Mine came with a washer. I had to get internet set up as well, though. So 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah, got the washer, no dryer, but it's okay.
7,000 baht. You know, put that in perspective. It's like $190.
Yeah, it's right around 200 bucks, 3,500 baht-ish. But I was paying maybe 10 or 11,000 for my same style apartment in Bangkok, so it's a little bit cheaper.
And what would like $190, $200 get you in an apartment in U.S.?
Nothing.
Storage unit?
Maybe, if you're lucky, I feel like. My last apartment in Indiana cost me about $550 for about the same style.
What do you miss about being back home in America?
Back home, the food, energy drinks. I haven't had a Mountain Dew in a year and a half.
What don't you miss?
Confrontation, yeah. You go out to drink here, there's no really confrontations like there are in America. If you go to the bars or clubs, sometimes you run into that. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, enjoy your meal.
All right.
Enjoy your evening.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, see you, Jesse.
All right, take care.
Yeah, see you.
Good luck.
See you. One thing really important when I'm on the road or when I go somewhere to live, gym. And in Surat Thani, I love this one. It's called Smart Gym. It's only 120 baht for 1 day, 1,000 baht for a month, and I love it. I currently work out at Jets around Thailand because they have Bangkok and Phuket, but it's 1,500 a month, and this gym's better at 1,000 a month. Take a look around. I love it. So Surat Thani, one critical thing for me when I select a city to live in is workout facilities. And I am more than pleased with what Surat Thani has to offer, and I really like Smart Gym. I'll tell you what, I am liking Surat Thani. I'm seriously thinking about moving here next year. Leaving Phuket, it just has it feels like this is why I moved to Thailand, for the local flavor. It feels like local Thailand, less tourism, less touristy. And now, I'm gonna go up here and introduce you to Mark. He's been living in Surat Thani for 5 years. He's from Canada. He originally moved to Phuket. So we're gonna grab coffee at this place called A3. And we're gonna have a talk with Mark about what it's like living in Surat Thani. So sitting here at this cafe called A3 in Surat Thani, sitting here with Mark. And Mark's been living in Surat Thani 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
So Mark's an interesting story. He was living in Phuket. He went to Phuket to open a restaurant. He's originally from Canada, from Toronto, but he was working as a pathologist. So, and then he made the move to Thailand before the pandemic, moved to Phuket, Katu.
Yeah. Katu, yeah.
Opened a restaurant. If there's somebody watching saying, number one, they want to move to Thailand. Number two, not that we're pitching Surat Thani. I like it. You love it. If you were going to pitch it,
Yes.
Surat Thani is a place in Thailand.
Yes.
Why would you say this is the place to live as an expat?
Well, this is the real Thailand. This is the most Thai city. I've traveled all over the south, and I've experienced a lot of rural Thailand and where real Thai people live. This is it. And for me, Thailand, on any scale, is one of the best places in the world to be. I think this is the best place in Thailand.
Wow, man.
Of those places. And I had a choice to move anywhere.
Wow,
in,
man.
In the country. I could have gone to Bangkok, I could have gone, and there's benefits to all those places. You know, there are benefits to living in a big city there, but there's nothing that I find on a daily basis that isn't available here, and in a lot of ways better. You know, when you have the culture, if you really, I had to drop a lot of my preconceptions and my Western sort of needs.
Yeah.
But when you embrace Thai culture, the food culture and the way people communicate, and the way when you adapt to that, it's a fantastic way of life, and it's just very smooth and comfortable.
What you're saying resonates with how I was feeling, and that is when I come to Surat Thani, it's a reminder to me why I moved to Thailand, to be part of the culture. You know, initially I was going to move to Chiang Mai, but it's oversaturated with tourism and digital gonads, and Phuket is very touristy. It's become more of I feel like it could be Rome, it could be Venice, it could be Barcelona, just another tourist destination.
Yes.
I love Bangkok, but I feel like Surat Thani could be the best of both worlds, meaning you could live here and easily hop up to Bangkok. Just taking my motorbike from Phuket to Surat Thani. As soon as you get out of that bubble of Phuket,
Yes.
you start to feel this, what the Thai culture is, which is this generosity and just this warm-hearted. And I feel like in Phuket, right now, I've been in Phuket almost 4 years.
Yeah. Long.
I feel like the locals are just fatigued with all the tourists.
Yeah.
They're exhausted. Whereas when I come here, I feel this burst of aliveness again from the locals.
Yeah.
What's interesting too, you haven't been home in 6 years.
No, and probably not for another 6.
No kidding.
No kidding. And I tried to travel. I like to explore. This is a wonderful base. You know, we have an international airport just down the road.
Yeah, that's a bonus. So I went by the airport yesterday. It's so close. It's so tempting to be living for me in Surat Thani because taking the plane to Bangkok is so easy.
Yeah.
The airport's right there. It's an easy drive.
Yeah.
It's an hour flight or less.
Yeah, well, a week ago, I flew to Bangkok because I saw an advertisement for a restaurant that I wanted to try. And it cost me about $10 to fly to Bangkok, about 30 to fly back, but I mean, I got to spend a weekend in this amazing city and then come right back home to my little farm.
Yeah, you know, it's something, a reminder too, just how cheap it is to fly within Thailand or even on AirAsia.
Yes.
You just said $40 round trip to Bangkok.
Yes.
You know, when I go home, I'm looking at Southwest Airlines. I'm flying to Austin, Texas from San Francisco. It's going to be $300 one way.
Oh, easy. Yeah, I know. When I was working in Vancouver and then flying to Toronto across Canada, it's a large space. It was $400 or $500 Canadian dollars, so about the same, I suppose, in the US.
Mark, there's some guys watching. They are interested. Maybe they want to already move to Thailand.
Yes.
I'm sharing this video, this vlog, about what I call tier 2 cities. Tier meaning most common.
Right.
So tier 1 being Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Phuket, maybe Pattaya. And then tier 2 being maybe Koh Samui, maybe some other. So I have an idea of why I love Surat Thani and why I'm considering moving here.
Yeah.
Tell us, like, some things you really love about living here versus before you were in Phuket.
Right. Well, Phuket, I didn't feel connected to Phuket. Phuket, to me, felt like a tourism machine. And not to knock that, if you're coming on a short vacation and you have 2 weeks in a holiday, beautiful beach, nice food, it's good. But to live, I wanted somewhere where I felt part of a community, and that's really what happened here. I mean, within 5 minutes from here, there's 30 restaurants.
That's right.
And street food vendors.
That's right.
And, I mean, as I said that, 2 food trucks drove past.
That's right.
That kind of communal experience is just missing in the West, and it's ample, especially in Surat Thani. It's a very food-based culture, and which builds community. Right? Like, I think food is a big key to people bonding together, right?
Yeah, man, and I agree with that. The part about the food, you know, I've mentioned that in previous videos. That food is an experience to enjoy, to bring joy, to bring the family together.
Yeah.
It's become cost prohibitive in the United States.
Yes.
It's hard to go out as a family meal because you're paying, it's expensive.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, a little Chipotle bowl is $15.
Oh, right.
You know, here $15 gets you a full family meal.
Oh, easily, yes.
Maybe $5.
Yes, yeah.
You know, you can go out for the curry here at the local market,
Yeah.
Maybe it's $2 each.
Yeah. Some of the restaurants where I live, the average meal is about 50 baht for one entree and
$1.50.
$1.50 for one person.
And people,
That's
family.
normal. It's not an expensive meal. If it's 100 baht, people
Yeah.
will go. Like,
Okay, guys, Mark, thank you. Any last thoughts before this video jumps to the next scene?
well, I suppose moving across the world and moving away from your home country can be scary for anyone. None of the things which all of us have natural fears about are valid reasons to stop. They're all things that once you do it, either aren't a problem or wasn't as big a problem as you thought of. So I recommend you just do it. Don't think about it, just try it. And
You're living proof.
yeah, I'm living proof. Yeah.
And your setup, your home,
Yes.
on the 15 acres with the farm,
Yeah.
with all the locals. Do you guys want to see that video? I would love to
Yeah.
come spend a few days where you live
Absolutely. Yeah.
and share with them
Definitely.
your life and what would you call that, rural Thailand?
Yes, it's a rural town. Yeah, absolutely. It's all farms
Yeah.
and orchards all surrounding me. Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Awesome. Thanks,
that'd be
Mark.
wonderful.
Guys, we'll see you at the next scene. Gonna end this video with the original seafood porridge. Thank you. In Surat Thani, this dish is significant because it's influenced by China, and this town is influenced by Chinese settlers. As a matter of fact, Si, the chef, he's the grandson. His grandmother used to peel crabs down by the water, met the grandfather, who's Thai, and then his mother started this shop, started cooking 50 years ago, and now he's in charge. But it's seafood porridge, very popular dish in Surat Thani, and very influenced by China. And I'm gonna try it. This is what they say, the original seafood porridge shop in Surat Thani. And with that being said, guys, I'm also gonna say farewell. And I think I'm gonna move to Surat Thani. The first part of next year, I'm leaving Phuket. I like it. I like the local feel. I like it feels more like the Thailand culture, which I miss. And there's not very many foreigners, which I like. I don't have Charundia all around me. What I call Charundia, China, Russia, India. I have Thais around me, and it feels good. I still will go back to Phuket and visit. It's very easy from here to go hop over to Koh Phangan or Koh Samui and visit. And it's really easy to go to the airport and go to Bangkok. I'm gonna enjoy my seafood porridge and say farewell, guys. See you next video.